29, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught. Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Go.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. The first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 28. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Switch.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, Muhammad, and an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
I don't need to. Let's go, Woo, ladies! Let's go. Jerry, 57 colors. Right there.
Here's Muhammad. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
You can't block me.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Check 40. Point it right. Check 40. Real. Check 40.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Attack! Yellow! Yellow! Attack!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Check nickel. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Tight door. Check 31.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yellow!
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Hey, 57 color. I got him on me.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Yellow.
They'll run with Muhammad. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Yellow! I'm going! I got you, pop! Hey, Sunday. 44, Mike, 44. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Muhammad. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty. It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. Mayfield now on 2nd down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha. 45, Mike, 45.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. Watch out for Hill on the return.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission? I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football. Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they? Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Get off the field. Check 26, check 26. Attack! 61. Matchbox, right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
15.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go. 44 to Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Regular. Hurry.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 1.
Set. 180.
45. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Pistol.
Under crunch. Watch the shot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff units. They run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
43! 43! Hey, Riblin!
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Safe. Check.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Alert!
Hey, 4-1's Mike. Too little, tap.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He got 29 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yellow, yellow. Rip right, rip right. Whip, 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 whip.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Yellow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shit, shit. Shit. Check, 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 check.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Situation. Let's go.
15, 15.
Now Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again, it's Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And it brings up fourth.
I like the time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Mahomes now on first down. Forced out to his left. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Yellow, yellow. I go blue, lady.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first down, Muhammad. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go again with Muhammad. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Yellow. Mike Popo. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 44, 44. Mike, 44.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check, check.
Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check safety, check safety.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. On second down and 4, Mahomes is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Muhammad. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
First down, Chiefs.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Yellow.
They come out here in the eye.
You.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And Butker able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games counting out.